Okay, real challenge before we start. I want you to watch this whole thing. Full screen, no split screen gameplay, no second tab, phone in another room. Just this. And here's why that's basically impossible right now. The average person checks their phone every 3 to 4 minutes. You're going to feel the itch to leave this video probably 4 or 5 times before it ends. When you feel it, notice it. That itch is the whole topic. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Your attention span isn't broken. There's nothing wrong with your brain. It's doing exactly what it was trained to do. The problem is who trained it. And by the end, I'll show you the one fix that actually matters. The one almost every focus video skips. Let's start with the lie you've been told. You probably think you have an attention problem, like it's a flaw in you. You sit down to work, last 6 minutes, bail to your phone, and go, "Oh, what's wrong with me? Why am I like this?" Nothing's wrong with you. You've just been going to the gym for the opposite of focus every single day for years. Every time you swipe to a new video, every time you check a notification, every time you flick to a new tab because the page took 2 seconds to load, you're doing a rep. You're training your brain to crave the next thing. You've built an incredible muscle. It's just the wrong muscle. So this isn't about fixing something broken. It's about retraining something that got hijacked. Big difference. One makes you feel hopeless. The other means you can actually do something about it. 5 steps. But the science under each one is the part that makes them stick. Step 1. Find out how bad it actually is. And fair warning, this one's gonna sting a little. Grab a book, a real one, and a timer. Read and clock how long you go before your hand reaches for your phone, without you even deciding to. Don't judge the number, just write it down. Here's the brutal part. Researchers have measured this. Back in 2004, people could hold focus on one screen for about 2.5 minutes before switching. Now, it's down to around 47 seconds. 47. And most people guess they'll last 20 minutes on that book, then bail at 4. But that gap is exactly the good news. You can't beat a score you can't see. Right now, your distraction runs on autopilot. Your hand moves before your brain gets a vote. The second you put a number on it, "I'm bad at focusing," turns into a number you can actually beat. That's your starting line. Every other step just makes it bigger. Step 2. Kill the leeches. But understand why they work. Yeah, put your phone away. You've heard it. But here's the part that actually changes things. It's not about willpower. It's about distance. Your phone doesn't even have to buzz to wreck your focus. Studies found that just having it on your desk, face down, silent, doing nothing, still drains your concentration. Because part of your brain is spending energy actively not checking it. It's like trying to read a book while someone you have a crush on is sitting across the room. You're focused, but a chunk of you is always over there. So you don't need more discipline. You need more distance. Phone in another room, not your pocket, another room. Notifications off, not on silent, off. Close the 20 tabs. The goal is simple. Make the distraction require effort, because your willpower will lose every time. But your laziness, that you can use. If grabbing the phone takes 30 seconds of walking, you mostly won't. Step 3. And this is where it gets interesting, because this is the one everyone gets wrong. Everyone says, build a focus ritual. Same playlist, same chair, same cup of tea, and your brain learns, oh, it's work time. That's real, and it works. But there's a deeper thing underneath it nobody talks about. The reason you can't focus isn't just distraction. It's that you've trained your brain to expect a reward every few seconds. Every scroll, every refresh. Tiny hit. Do that for years, and your brain quietly decides anything slower than that is unbearable. Reading a page, writing an essay, listening to one person talk. It now feels physically painful, like your brain is itching. Scientists call it raising your baseline. You've cranked your need for stimulation dial so high that normal life feels mind-numbingly boring. And here's the trap most people miss. The slow, boring task isn't the problem. Your broken boredom meter is. So before any ritual works, you've got to fix the boredom meter itself. Step 3 told you what's broken. Step 4 is the actual repair. And it's the weirdest one on the list. Step 4. Get comfortable being bored. And I don't mean as a vibe, I mean as training. There's actually a trend going around where people just sit. No phone, no music, staring at a wall, on a train, in a line. They call it raw dogging boredom, which is a ridiculous name, but the science behind it is real. Here's what blew my mind. When you're bored, genuinely understimulated, your brain doesn't shut off. It switches into a mode called the default mode network. That's the thing that connects random ideas, processes what's been bugging you, and hands you those shower thoughts out of nowhere. Every time you fill a boring moment with your phone, you're interrupting the exact brain state that makes you creative and clear-headed. So the elevator, the line at the store, the 2 minutes waiting for your food, those used to be little brain breaks. Now they're scrolling. You haven't been bored in years, and your brain hasn't had a chance to actually rest or think. The fix is dumb simple, and it sucks at first. When you hit a small, boring moment, don't reach. Just be bored. 10 seconds, then 30, then a few minutes. It feels like withdrawal. That's because it kind of is. But every time you sit through it, you turn that stimulation dial back down. You're not wasting time. You're recalibrating. Step 5. Give your focus a reason it actually believes. Your brain is brutally efficient. It will not pour effort into something it thinks is pointless. It'll go find the phone, which at least promises a payoff. So if a task feels meaningless, your attention treats it like a scam and walks. This is why just focus harder never works. You can't willpower your way into caring, but you can answer one question before you start anything. Why does this actually matter, and who's it for? Not some fake inspirational reason, a real one. If I finish this, I'm one step closer to quitting the job I hate. If I learn this, I stop feeling behind everyone else. Write it down. Stick it where you can see it. Sounds cheesy, I know. But your attention follows meaning the way water follows a slope. Give it a real reason, and focus stops being a fight you're forcing and starts being a direction you're choosing. So let's be real about what just happened here. Every other video hands you the same 5 tips and acts like you're just too lazy to do them. But the actual problem was never laziness. It's that you've spent years accidentally training your brain to need constant stimulation, and then blaming yourself when slow things feel impossible. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You've been hijacked by apps designed by thousands of people whose entire job is to keep you swiping. Losing focus to that isn't a personal failure. It's the predictable result of an unfair fight. But here's the part that should actually make you feel powerful. The same way you trained the wrong muscle, you can train the right one back. It's reversible, starting with the most unglamorous skill on earth: being okay with a quiet, boring moment and not reaching for the escape hatch. So here's your real challenge. Forget the next hour. Just the next time you're standing in a line, bored, hand drifting toward your pocket, don't. Just stand there. Be bored. That's rep 1. And in the comments, I'm waiting for reports from people who were able to watch this video to the end without getting distracted.